for all the kindness and caring and empathy and gratitude that I'm putting out in the world in words and actions, let there be no confusion. I'm trying to destroy every other business person on earth.
Gary Vaynerchuk, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you.
We're absolutely honoured to be with you here today. We know you're a man under demand, so we're going to just enjoy our moment here with you today.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for being here. We're going to start off just first off, get straight in there because we had a lot of questions through from our listeners. What is GaryVee's definition of success?
The ability to do what I want, when I want, at all times, and waking up and going to sleep happy.
And what is it you want when you say do what I want? When
For
I
me,
that? Yeah.
for me, that is building businesses, producing content, playing the game.
Yeah.
I don't want the trophies that come along with entrepreneurship. I just want the game of it. For somebody else, it might be painting all day. And however they can afford that, that would be theirs. So it's freedom. You know, it's freedom. Now, when you become successful and sometimes your company becomes your jail, it becomes your container, but it's freedom.
After you.
Well, let's talk about something that we just spoke about, which was sleep. Now, this is something that has been a running theme in a lot of your content and a lot of your speeches when you go around the world and talk about this. I'm gonna, hands up, straight up, I'm the worst at sleep. We do a morning breakfast show where we wake up crazy early.
I'm the best at sleep.
And
I get 8 to 9
opposite.
hours. I love it.
Really? Good for you.
He's the opposite, but I actually find I work better with less sleep. When I've done a 4-hour sleep, I get on the show and I'm better than I would be.
Do you catch up on weekends or on?
I try to as much as possible.
Look, here's what I would say on this. I'm such a big fan of work ethic, but I'm very concerned that people think just working 20 hours a day means you're successful. It does not. And so I think it's important to have balance, and yeah, I'm a very big proponent of sleep, and I think people should have more of it, not less. I think people should be more productive when they're awake. If you have huge ambitions, it's about your production while you're awake, not the fact that you don't sleep.
Now, I saw you in Sharjah last year, and just you on stage blows me away. You're incredible, you're inspiring, and you're always on the pulse. So the thing that stuck with me that you said, and I went home and I did it straight away, was Insta stories is the thing. Promote your Insta stories, get that sponsor post, and you said 99% of people aren't going to do it. Proud to say I'm one of the 1% that did.
That makes me happy.
But what is the next thing? What's
TikTok.
Okay.
And it's never the next thing. It's always the current thing. I never know what the next thing is. I'm not Nostradamus. But I do know what the current thing is. And by far the current thing, especially in this region, is TikTok.
People laughed at us when we got into it. We literally just opened one 2 weeks ago.
People laughed at everybody when they got a Facebook, because that was for college kids. People laughed when everybody got a Snapchat or an Instagram or got on YouTube or started their own podcast. People always laugh until they don't.
Until they're the ones doing what you're doing as well.
Until they're sat. All the celebrities, all the real models laughed at the Instagram models until they did it.
So true.
Yeah.
Very true. So listen, I will continue to let them laugh at first and then admire me later. TikTok is the underpriced platform, and it has already aged up. It is obviously littered with tons of 9 to 15-year-olds, but it has already started to penetrate the 20 to early 30-year-old set, and unless a competitor can create a feature and stop its momentum the way Instagram Stories did to Snapchat, unless it will go on to become a massive global platform. And oh, by the way, it already has. 1.5 billion users is 1.5 billion users.
Unbelievable.
And we got 123,000 views on one of ours.
Yeah, and we.
By the way,
let's
let's talk about that. It's the one platform that you could have no followers on any platform, put up your first video and get 1 million views, because there's so much attention and there's not enough content yet.
Yeah.
And that will change in 4 years. And then it's just gonna be like Instagram now, where you post your first thing and gets 3 views. But right now, that's exactly right. One TikTok, I bet you this is what happened to you. One of your TikTok posts got 197 views, and the next one got 247.
That is literally exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I saw one of your TikToks, and you went round, I guess, your local area where you're from.
Garage sailing.
Yeah, and you were going. It was a garage sailing. You was looking at the lemonade stalls.
Oh.
And you were over. You were giving them $20 instead of the $1. What made you want to do that?
So that was when I was garage sailing in America. When you garage sale, you go to people's lawns and you buy stuff from them. A lot of the kids will set up a lemonade stand. That was my first business.
Wow.
And so that what I'm doing when I'm buying lemonade that's 25 cents and giving the kid a $20 is I'm passing on one of the great moments of my life. I had a lemonade stand in 1985 and a bike rider drove by and he gave me his water bottle, you know, like the water bottle. He goes, how much if I fill this up? And I look at it and I think we were 10, this is 1985. I think we were 10 cents a cup and I said, $1. And he said, okay, and I fill it, I'm so pumped. I mean, he didn't finish saying okay, and I had it filled, and then he gave me a 10 and he said, keep the change.
Wow. I'm
sitting here 34 years later telling you that story. Think about the impact that made. So I'm passing on the game. I'm hoping that when I give a 20 to that kid in that TikTok video, that's something that motivates him and continues to have him get going. And I think about those moments.
See, what you're talking about right now is based on something called gratitude and kindness, and passing that on and understanding that is your success and that is where you win, in no matter what industry you're in. But I used to be a professional tennis player, so being in that sporting kind of realm where it's dog eat dog, no one's nice to each other, it's you or me and that's it.
But let me say this, I'm dog eats dog when I do business. I bet you there was gals and girls that you played and you tried to destroy each other's faces, but when the match was over, you guys shook hands, and then later you might have even became friends with some of them and went out for drinks. To your point, people are very confused. In business, there doesn't seem to be the separation. Actually, before I don't want to finish this thought. I assume you played very hard and tried to destroy the face of the other girl, but some of those girls became your friends or you liked them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did, yeah.
So guess what? That's how I think about business. I want to let there be, for all the kindness and caring and empathy and gratitude that I'm putting out in the world in words and actions, let there be no confusion. I'm trying to destroy every other business person on earth.
So there's no kindness in business?
No, there's kindness in business, but it's a very interesting nuance. You can be kind and still compete. Like, of course there's kindness. Like, I'm putting out my best information for free, which means, do you know how many social media agencies' entire strategy is watch me, regurgitate it, and sell it to clients? Those are my competitors.
I bet they're studying that pack you just released as well.
100%. 100%. But it still doesn't mean that when I go for a pitch against that agency that I don't want to beat them. So, notice?
Yeah. Got it.
So it's like dog eat dog, and then a little bit later in the day, dog feed dog.
Well, there's a couple things. In a tennis tournament, somebody ends up winning in the micro, just like in a business pitch. But in the macro, the world is abundant. I root for everybody because they're not taking out of me. I'm gonna get mine. Regardless. And so when I see other people winning more than me, I would give respect that they're executing. I laugh when people are mad at other people. They're beating you. Like, sorry, you know, just like in tennis, like you had more natural talent or you put in more work. It's not super confusing. Natural talent, work. That is the framework.
I know we've got to wrap this. One more question, last thing. Gary, I have one fear. My biggest fear.
Snakes?
No.
Okay.
No. My biggest fear is getting a call that, my parents are no longer here because they have been brought up in a generation, let me quickly tell you, immigrants moved from Africa to the UK from a young age. They were in a generation where survival was key. They didn't have the privilege of us, where we talk about 18 to 30 years old, experiment, if you fail, get back up, it's fine. They didn't have that privilege.
Yes.
So now they're edging towards 60, nowhere near retirement, they're still healthy, they're cool.
Of course.
But how do you, as a child, you're also a parent, how do you then flip the script? Because right now I'm worried for them. I'm like, when are you going to slow down? I'm still going and I'm good to go.
Well, first,
how do you look after yourself?
Well, first of all, you're a youngster, because I can promise you right now, 58 and 57 and 59 is ridiculously young.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel like that for us now because it's so far, like when you get to 59, I hope you remember this interview.
Yeah.
You'll be like, man, he was right. Like, I promise you, every 59-year-old that's watching this right now is like, I'm living. So A, there's that, and B, all you can do is anything. It's what I do every day. All you can do is educate. All you can do is say, hey mom, stop eating bad food. Hey dad, go to the gym. Hey, are you guys checking in,
Yeah, but in a generation that is so cultured that work, even though they've done well for themselves and achieved beyond their dreams.
But that may be their happiness.
Yeah.
Your ideology for them maybe is going on beaches and relaxing, but that's not what they want. In the same way that parents often tell kids what they should be, engineers and doctors, but they don't want to be. It's just the reverse. You just love them, that's all.
Got it, just support it.
Yeah, and communicate your truth.
Sweet. Gary, thank you
Awesome.
so much. It's been an
Thank you.
honor. Have a
Thank you.
great rest of your time here.
Round of applause for Gary
Yeah.
Vaynerchuk.
Thank you.